Oh.
Okay, is this gonna be taken off?
No, sorry.
Okay, but your dad's gonna.
Oh well, he just asked how to skip this episode. But
Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of
Cabernet&Chaos.
she was so ready to get that
I'm
over
like,
with.
Spirit.
Scrapping it.
Do we have to redo it?
No, we're good. I think that was cute. But yeah, welcome back to another episode of Cabernet&Chaos, guys.
You guys asked and we listened.
Yep.
We got a lot of critiques about me not talking. Well, not talking loud enough, not speaking, or my mic being too low, or just not expressing myself well enough. So this is why I'm in the middle now, and I'm dreading it.
Yeah, guys, China's personality is like, she's a very, is it introvert the word? Like, she's
Yeah.
a big introvert. So when you guys see her like in her shell in her corner, like, she doesn't hate us, okay? Like,
So it's like she's so timid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's really not.
Yeah. So like, this is like a great example of like, don't let an online image fool you.
Like literally.
Because she's rambunctious.
She felt good to it. She got that other side.
That stinger.
It's so hot.
Really, you're hot?
I'm hot.
Well, it is the first day. Would we consider this the first day of summer?
Oh no,
No.
it's June 21st.
Oh, June 21st
Yeah.
is the first day of summer? Oh, okay.
This
Well,
might drop in June 21st.
oh, fuck. Well, it is a really beautiful day today. This is like one of the first days I could say like, wow, I should have wore shorts. Like, you know?
It's the first week that we've had that's like no rain and it's all like plus
Mhm.
25 for all you Americans out there, about like 80 degrees, high 70s. Well, high 70s
Yeah.
for what we have right now. So we finally got some sun. It's nice. It's refreshing. Just feels good to be back outside. Well, not in that way, like the heat.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the heat.
Yes.
Because it's
Not
been
figuratively.
cold. Yeah, it's been cold. Like
Absolutely.
for May, it's been really like
Absolutely.
Dreamy? No, droopy. Like
Yeah.
damp,
Gloomy.
Gloomy.
Is what you're
droopy,
looking
whatever.
Yeah.
It's the line kicking in.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I have like Snapchat memories that pop up and I'm like, fam, like, we're at the sprinklers this time like 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, we just brought out no jackets.
It's true.
yeah, it's pretty sad.
So, yeah.
It's pretty
Do you guys find that like you guys get seasonal depression living in Canada? Because we do go through all the seasons. So like, how do you guys feel?
Oh, I have to start, guys. I don't think I get seasonal depression, but like I get like a little bit like down when it's rainy. I find because it's rainy, it's like damp. I'm in my room, I'm chilling. That's about it. China's done talking.
Oh my
This
gosh,
topic.
you're so dramatic. I get seasonal depression.
Same.
Like bad. Like especially, and it's hard because my birthday's in January, right? So it's like peak cold, peak snow. So I feel like I get it. Rain is like my me time. When it's raining, I love the rain.
Same.
Like that's not what makes me sad. I just feel like I have more sorry. I have more time to myself. I can stay inside. I love just being able to watch Netflix at home and be by myself. But I be depressed. Like in the cold, I be like, once winter hits, like everything changes. Like summer is just so like nice and fun. And
Yeah.
even if you're working, like I don't know, for me, because of my job, it's just like I don't have seasons. I don't see seasons the same. Like yeah, I'm always in the plane. I'm outside, but then I'm like, I could be like in Orlando 1 minute, in Miami another minute. So like, I don't really feel the seasons or like the weekdays the way everyone else feels. So it kind of gets a little hard. But like, just the winter, like the whole like getting dark after a certain time, it like makes me tired. And then like, I could just sleep all day. Like I feel like I could just sleep longer, and I'm like always sleeping. Now summer, it's just like, oh my God, I don't want to miss out on the sun. I don't want to miss out on the heat. So let me wake up early so I can get as much
time outside.
time outside before it gets cold again.
Yeah. No, I feel the exact same way, dude. Like, I think coming from Florida, like
Oh, yeah,
living where
sure.
it's like hot all the time, to coming where like now I have to like go through fall, winter, spring. I hate it. I fucking hate it. And I didn't know how bad I got seasonal depression until I had to like sit back and reflect and be like, every fucking time around this time, I'm like, I don't want to say like I'm depressed because like I'm not depressed, but
Just you're
like
off.
my energy's low.
Yeah.
Like the frequency around me is low. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Low
everything's
vibrations.
yeah, low vibrations. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like you try so hard to like lift yourself up, but then it's like the sun's going down at 6 o'clock. Like you just finished work, just got your kid from school, didn't even start making dinner yet, and it's dark outside.
I feel like it's also with like you don't want to go outside because it's so cold.
That
So
too.
it makes it harder to go outside and to even do things like
Absolutely.
you'll think so much more about going out to dinner when it's -20. You'll be like, I'll cook, I'll stay home. I don't want to go outside. Versus like we want to do a terrace in the summer. We want to go for drinks outside. It's so much easier to be outside and be around fun people. Where like in the winter you think, okay, it's cold. Am I gonna lose my parking? Is there gonna be snow removal tonight? You can only park on one side of the street. Like, you know what I mean? You think about all those things, and then it's just like when there's a snowstorm, you're like, damn, I gotta shovel out my car. Like just thinking, oh well, you have underground garage, so you don't have to deal with that. But like these are all the things like I do not move. Sometimes there's days where I'm like, I'm not going outside.
We still make it to Satay once a week.
That is true.
We will make it there.
Yeah, but like it's still like I have to. That's because it's down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But
I need to come with you guys. I need to get some bell buns.
We actually need to go.
Oh.
We need to go.
Yeah, no, we
you guys are losers. You didn't tell me.
But you're the one who says you're only free from certain hours of the day, and in the summer they're only open at like
to film and stuff because
we could do like a little thingy.
But like if you guys go during the day,
but
like,
days at the market in the summer, days not at Satay.
Yeah, I could go to the market. I like the market better than Satay than the restaurant.
No, the restaurant's better than the market.
What?
The vibes?
Well, the vibes is better at the market, but like I feel like it's just because we're such regulars at the restaurant. It's more homey at the restaurant because we know everyone at the restaurant versus like Satay is kind of okay, get your drink and you're going about your business. You know what I mean? But like we were just there yesterday. We're talking, like you know.
Like I was an employee.
See, what time did you guys get there
at 6?
No, we went there at 5 on the dot.
Oh yeah, it was when they just opened at 5. Exactly.
Yeah, I was busy.
Yeah, when you're not mommying, we can definitely go. They give us free shots. Always free shots.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'm like a free mom this summer because my mom takes my daughter. So.
Oh, when's that started?
Not us doing it on stage.
Right. That's gonna be a Zoom app.
I know, like she's gonna be outside, but that doesn't mean I'm still gonna come outside all the time.
We'll be outside like that all the time. I'm just saying for us to.
I don't know. I'd be at work on the weekends. You guys know my schedule.
That's outside for me. Like going to your job is me being outside.
That's fine.
Anyways,
we should definitely go there because they have some here and there stuff on the menu that they put on.
They put new stuff on?
Yeah, so once in a while they put like new specials.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. See, I'm not a regular.
Yeah. So.
Our first topic.
Our first topic.
My phone.
Oh, okay. Get it, girl. Take charge.
I don't see it here. I'm just gonna pretend I'm looking.
Oh shit!
She sent it to you now.
Okay. Looking for the topic. Okay, this is a lot here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna talk about can you be friends with your ex?
Oh, that's a good one.
So, do you guys think can you be friends with your ex?
I think I can.
What makes you say that?
Cause like I'm.
It's killing me.
What? Isn't this what you guys want?
No, but it's so funny because it's like okay, it is. Sorry.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. But what? Why? What makes me say that? What? Where? When? How?
Do you have any exes now that you're friends with?
No.
When?
Because they're all crazy, you know. Maybe I lied, but I think it is possible. Like you could be friends with an ex. Have I experienced that? No. But I do think it's possible. Like, you know, can it be platonic? Like, I don't think you should go drinking with your ex.
I I'm not friends with any of my exes. It just doesn't. I feel like it's awkward. I don't feel like it works. I mean, like, do I feel like some people could do it?
Yeah.
I feel like, but there's people that do it. You know what I mean? There's people that are able to still like hang out. Like, I was just out with one of my girlfriends the other day, and she had an ex, and she's like, "Oh yeah, but now we're just friends. Like, we're better off as friends, so we stay friends." Like,
yeah.
I can't do that. Like, as soon as you sleep with, like, it's just no. I don't think it could happen. Yeah. What about you?
I think you can and you can't. Like, there has to be like serious boundaries, because like once you guys break up, you go your way, that person goes their way, and like you want to know that like if you continue to still be friends with that person, that you're respecting their relationship and they're respecting yours. And I think that's where like there's like a fine line, because a lot of people don't want to like share personal information about their own relationship with you. So then how do you know what's true and what's not true? So like I feel like if you have an open dialogue and you guys are honest with each other, yeah, I think you can be friends.
Absolutely.
You know, but if it's just a gray zone and you don't really know what's going on either side, that's when it can get messy. And I've been there, and it's a hard situation to be in. But also then you have to think about, like, do you guys still have feelings for each other? You can be friends, but you guys have feelings for each other, and then you don't want to act on it, or you do act on it, and then you get in that whole situation again where it's just problems. So I feel like it's a yes and no question, but I feel like you have to have like boundaries.
I feel like that is the problem, because I feel like if there's still feelings, or even the smallest amount of like you're attracted to them, I feel like that's when it's fucked. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you don't know if they feel the same way, or even if you mention it, it's kind of like, okay, what are we doing? And then there's other people involved, and you guys are both seeing other people. It's not respectful to your other partner. I don't feel like it's respectful to your other partner. I don't feel like it's okay. Like, especially like boundaries. I feel like, yeah, there's a fine line with boundaries, but I just don't feel like if just like 15 years have went by, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe you guys could be casual, like, hey, what's up? Like, there's no bad blood. Do I feel like there could be no bad blood between you and your ex?
Absolutely.
Yes. It doesn't always need to be angry, ended bad, and like I have this like,
I don't have any bad blood
you or animosity towards you. Absolutely. But I don't feel like, I personally feel like if you are in a relationship, I personally don't feel like you should still be talking to your ex.
Oh, facts. I agree.
I don't feel like you guys should be friends. I don't know what's the reason. I don't get why you are texting your ex, or why you're friends with your ex on Snapchat, why you're friends with your ex on Instagram. Like, if that's an ex, delete them. And it's like, they'd be like, oh well, I don't care about that person enough to delete them. But like, for me, it's like they still have access to you if they still have you on like Snapchat.
But like, what if it's like you guys didn't end on bad terms? Yes, they still have you on social media, but like your perspective of that is like, I want you to see like I'm still doing good without you, baby. Like, you know?
I get that, but you can still watch me without following me.
How?
On the fake account?
On Instagram, you can still watch people without following them. You can click on the story if they're not private, right?
If they're not private,
like, you know what I mean? I can still boss up on you without
I'm private.
Fully having it. I mean, if you're trying to prove a point, I get it. But then it's just like, at the same time,
do you still have feelings? Because why are you trying to prove a point?
But you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, it's like, why are you trying to prove a point to this person? Or why are they able to still message you and have access to you and see what you're doing? Like, I personally just don't see the point in that. Like, why are you watching me? Why am I watching you?
Yeah. That's why I don't have anybody on social media.
Yeah, I don't have anybody. It's funny though, like one of my exes, like he ended up, I haven't talked to him in like years, okay? And then he ended up calling me on Facebook Messenger. But like I don't even use Facebook Messenger. Like I don't even know how it popped up on my phone. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? And so I see like I have a missed call from him, so I call back and I'm like, what's good? Like, you know, and he was just like, oh, I was just calling, you know, but you didn't have to answer and you don't have to talk to me.
So you just wanted to hear the other line?
I don't fucking know, but I was just like, well, obviously, like, if I'm calling you back, like, I'm curious to know what's up. Like, you good? Like, what's good? Like, you know? So I end up getting a call from my boss. So I tell him, like, yo, let me call you right back real quick. Like, my boss is calling. So I answer the call. I end up calling him back. He's like, oh, you didn't need to call me back. Like, it's nothing like that, you know, like, you don't have to pity me.
They just get to the point. What are you calling for,
So
bro?
I'm just like, yo, like, are you okay? Like, what's up? He's like, you could just go do back what you were doing and go talk to your boss, and hung up the phone. I was like,
Okay.
You're not mentally okay.
I think you're like ill in the head a little bit. Like,
That's
So just called to hear your voice.
I don't fucking know what it was, but like, I was a little bit weirded out. And like, if you're stalking me and watching me, like, wagwan fam, because
That's just weird.
it was
You're
really
weird.
yeah.
Just say why you called.
There was no why you called. Like, even I kept saying that, like, why, like, what's up? Like, why are you calling? And it's just like, you don't have to talk to me. And
Oh my god! Like,
I don't want to talk to you, but you called.
like,
You
I
called
was just
me,
doing
like-
my due diligence and answering the phone. Like,
you called
you
me,
okay?
my nigga. Like,
oh my god.
yeah, it's pretty weird, but
Okay, so how do you feel about relationships that you formed in your in that relationship? So like, if you've met the parents and stuff, like, do you block the parents and not talk to the parents? Like, do you block everyone that you met? Like, do you block the whole family? Do you still talk to the whole family? Do you still talk to, like, say for example, like, you met their brethrens or they met your girlfriends, and like, you know, like, sometimes you have cool people, you have grown mature adults.
I'm not blocking nobody. Like, when I'm in that situation, like, I don't like necessarily go block anybody. So yeah, like, if we're still mutual friends on social media, I think that's fine for me. But at the end of the day, like, we don't interact. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not texting my phone saying like, hey, what's up? But like, if I see like my ex's mom at the park or at a store, like, I will definitely be respectful and say hello and stuff like that. But like, we're not on a texting basis, calling basis, or anything like that, you know?
And what about the brethren to the friends that you made personal friendships? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have like, if you knew that person and like you guys ended, like, you know, respectfully, not even like on those type of times,
no, for
but
sure.
like, if you guys took a trip together, you met his girlfriend, like, you know what I mean, and you guys were all cool and had each other's Instagrams and stuff, like, are you removing the person, or are you like, because it's not like, you know, you met them through them, right?
I don't know, because I've never experienced that, you know, like, yes, like, I made friends with like my ex's friends, like, we're cool and stuff like that, but like,
we don't talk.
We're not talking. Like, you're not calling me to be like, hey girl, how's it going? And I'm telling you my business, you're telling me, like, we're not confiding in each other.
Okay,
like, you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't, but
I mean, do you guys agree? Like,
yeah, I agree.
I know, I agree with you.
I guess in the comments, like, you guys could let us know, like, do you agree? Because I'm pretty curious. Like, you guys still calling up like, hey, mom-in-law?
No.
Like,
oh my God.
Like, you I personally feel like you could follow me and I have no bad blood towards you because you weren't the reason why me and your son broke up, right? But again, like, no offense, personally, me, I'm not going out of my way to wish you Happy Mother's Day type thing.
Oh, facts.
But like, if you wish me happy birthday and you seen that as my birthday, I'll be like, thank you. You know what I mean? I hope all is well. Just because at the end of the day, especially like if they lived with their parents or we've done things together, like, you welcomed me with open arms and you respected me and you like did whatever you did with me or for me. So like, I respect you as a person. Do I respect your son? Probably not.
Absolutely.
But I respect you. So like, no, we're not gonna ha ha he talk on Instagram, but like, I respect you enough to say hello.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If I were to, keep it cordial. But like, as for your friends, like, if I knew them as well and they follow me, they follow me. Like, you know what I mean? But again, I'm not
going on my way to,
I'm not DMing them. I'm
let's
not
hang out.
Them. Exactly.
Yeah,
like, if you want to watch me, you can watch me. But I'm not going out of my way to like talk to them. How would you feel if your homegirl got with your ex after you? Like, what do you think would hurt more, being cheated on or having your homegirl get with your ex?
It depends on what homegirl are we talking about. Like, are we talking? Are we talking about like y'all close homegirls? Are we talking about like, because y'all close? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are we talking about like just like Sally on the street that I know here and there?
Not Sally on the street. Like, I'm talking to like someone you would use to babysit your kid.
Okay. And then she just went dating my ex.
And she started dating your ex.
Oh no.
And
like, if you guys were, I'm not talking about, oh, you were fucking with a nigga and then like it just didn't work out and then like the nigga started talking to me.
So that was your man.
Years later. I'm talking about this was your man. He did you dirty, and your friend knows that he did you dirty, and now she's fucking him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that can't go on still.
Do you think that would hurt more than cheating?
I can't say that would hurt more than cheating, simply because like if I'm still friends with a friend, like for sure I'm gonna feel betrayed because before you even started talking to this nigga, like how was I not aware? Because before you even could get the I should have been the one to know that you were about to cook and then let me know what's tea, you know? So it would really depend on like that. But like I can't say that's worse than cheating simply because like how it feels.
Oh, yeah. I mean, nothing's worse than cheating. We can't even compare to cheating because nothing is worse
how
than cheating.
It feels.
I was going to heaven. I was like crying to my mom and my dad. My dad's like, "It's gonna be okay." I'm like, "No, it's not. My life is over."
Like jumping off the cliff.
That's how you feel,
so bad. Like it was gut wrenching. Like I thought it was
exactly.
I thought I was gonna die.
You literally feel your heart like breaking.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's worse than I'm not. This might sound dramatic, but I feel like cheating on is like that feeling is worse than like losing someone, if you ask me.
I feel like it's
they're
the
very
same.
hand in hand.
They're hand in
hand. That
yeah, that feeling in your heart that you get.
What? Because I'm telling you, I went through that. I went through losing my grandfather and then feeling that, and then a few months later getting cheated on. And I was just like, this is the same pain I feel, like, you know? And it's kind of like even worse because in the sense of like with my grandfather, I knew he was dying. So it's like not sudden death, somebody that doesn't deserve it, not comparing it to that. But like when you're like, you lose somebody that like, you know, like ill or whatever, and they were going to die, like that's still pain, like, you know? So it's like when you get that, like I feel like that compared to that, I was like, oh, this is probably a little bit worse right now because you're so, especially when it's good. When your relationship, for you, right? Like your perception is like the relationship is so good. Like you're like, oh, this is great, amazing. Like, and then you find that out. Oh my,
man.
I'm a crash out.
Let me die on the cliff right now because
shoot me up, just shoot me up.
I
rather bust into my house right now. Might as well.
Come, let me have to heal from a gunshot wound than that because the betrayal.
I'd rather heal from a gunshot wound than to heal from a heartbreak.
What? That pain, like, you know, and then it's like it's fucked up because like when you go through a heartbreak, one day you're good, 5 minutes you're good, the next 10 minutes you're bad.
Literally, you're good on the first 2 days, and then 3 days in, you're like, damn, you hear one track. All it takes is one track.
Yo, fam.
Let me hear Mariah the Scientist. And now I cannot trust you. Bro, tears, bawling wherever I'm going.
What? That was me with what's his name, Huncho. When I hear Huncho song, where he's just like, when he was like,
God.
I don't care what he said. I'm trying to see what you said back. I'd be like, I'm trying to see what you said back. Bro. Okay, you did wrong, but lied about it. I can't accept that.
I used to listen to. It's so crazy because when shit was bad, it was like that was like Huncho was, you know. And then Huncho, I said, I can't even listen to this nigga right now. I said, switch it up, and that was all that was. Yes. I was like, no. And then the next track I go, okay, not Huncho, Mariah the Scientist. And now I cannot trust you, and I'm forced to let you go. Oh no! And then I'm like crying all over again. That Summer Walker, and then I'm like, bro, what is with my playlist? And you know, then I have to put on some Sexy Red. Because I have to remind myself I'm not a bitch. So then like Glorilla and Sexy Red, like, okay, let me.
I didn't have that back in my day.
Not back in your day.
Right? Mariah Carey. We belong
together. I can't sleep at night.
You are on my mind.
The radio.
Say to me if you think you're lonely now.
Wait a minute,
because it's too deep.
Too deep.
I gotta see the station, so I turn your back.
And I got.
And baby, I only think of you
as breaking my heart. I do.
Trying to keep it together,
but I'm falling apart. That's a job. That's a job. No heartbreak, baby. I don't want to.
No, it's so bad.
I don't want to experience that again.
Whew.
That was bad. Yeah. It took me a whole 5 years. Okay.
Oh God.
I'm still going. Like
I'm 5 years. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Shit.
Yeah, especially like I feel like when you love hard, like for me right now, I feel like in my situation, I'm doing so much better simply because like I know I'm the prize. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though I know I'm the prize, it still fucking hurts. But like I'm such like I'm so like optimistic and I've done my work like when it comes to like myself and stuff. So I feel like it's easier, but it's still so hard, you know?
Yeah.
Because like there's days where you feel like, oh, I'm cool, like I got over this, da 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 da, and then like they want to talk, like let's talk.
It's always that.
Yeah.
It's always right when you think, okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm good. I'm gonna be back outside.
Yeah.
It's right a day before, 24 hours.
Yeah.
You're ready. You're like, okay, I want to wake up. You're journaling. You're feeling good.
Yeah.
You're praying. Your energy's there. Everything is blessed. You know, everything's good. Message, email, Instagram,
Yeah.
chat, text, and then you're just like, bro. And then it's just like that feeling when you're like, a part of you is like, I've been waiting for this because of course you love this person, but then it's just like,
I'm tired.
I was doing so good. I was finally getting to that moment, and then you're just like,
okay, but if they're valid, if their excuse is valid, well, not their excuse. There's never an excuse for cheating. But if they explain to you and talk to you and everything like that, the question is now, would you take them back? If they told you
we're talking about specifically cheating?
Yeah.
Okay.
They cheated, whatever happened. You sat there, you guys had your heart to heart. Now, are you taking that person back?
It depends on when we have that heart to heart. Because if it's like you cheated and you came to me and we had that conversation, fuck yeah. Like we could probably work that shit out because I have a different level of respect for you to be honest, because it's very, very hard to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, like, we're human and niggas are niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you came to me on some, like, I fucked up, this is what I did, and you hold yourself accountable, maybe there is a chance for us to work that shit out. But if you cheat and I catch you cheating and I find out on my own, especially because I'm a very vocal person when I'm in a relationship, to let you know, like, my communication skills are great, you know? So talk to me. Don't let me find out on my own, because let me find out on my own.
I'm not commenting on this segment.
I'm just saying. So I feel like, yeah, like if the man was real enough to tell me right away, like it just happened, you came to me, told me right away, maybe there's a possibility.
Going down memory lane.
So did you see the post or like a video of like when Ari was talking about like money bag, and she's just like, bro, at this point every other nigga's gonna cheat, so I might as well take you back because I know what we have. And it's just like it happened. Like she said something along the lines of that, but it's just like, if it's gonna happen regardless, why not stay with your person that you love and everything? Like,
I can't.
Do you believe that like just all niggas cheat? Do you believe that it is? Sorry to cut you off, but I've had someone once tell me like, I'm a man, I'm human, like da 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 da, and then I've had someone tell me like, no, like it is very much possible to stay loyal. Is it possible that you have fantasies that you might want to explore? Yes, absolutely. You know what I mean? But do you truly believe that as a woman and a man, like you guys could truly stay committed and loyal to each other for X amount of years? Oh yeah. Like, do you truly, like, deep down, being realistic, not the fairy tale of what you think should be, but like, do you actually feel like a man or whatever, a woman too, because women cheat too? Yeah. Do you think that you could really go in a relationship with being loyal to someone, or do you really think like it's one of those things where that could kind of make you stronger, or like something needs to happen? Not necessarily cheating, but like, you know what I mean? Like some people would cheat. Like a lot of men's excuses will be like, they were missing something from the woman.
Or the woman wasn't doing
exactly. They weren't doing this. They weren't getting the attention. They stopped doing what they used to be doing in the beginning. The kids came along. You stopped being sexy. You stopped giving me pussy. Da 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 da. Like when the man comes with like, he told you and he was vocal about certain things, and you didn't change as a woman, and now you're boohooing because
he cheated on you.
He cheated on you. Like, do you feel like that's a valid excuse? Do you feel like men could go without cheating, or do you really feel like it's in a man's nature?
So to answer your first question, I guess you could go off to that, but just to answer the first part, do I think all men cheat? No.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay.
I agree. I don't think I feel like there are men who don't cheat.
Yeah.
Have you thought about it? Maybe.
Yeah.
But absolutely. I don't need that. I don't believe that all men feel the need to act on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can have it in front of you, but you're not gonna act on it.
Absolutely. You have self-control, yes, right?
Exactly. And respect.
And respect for your girl. So I agree. I don't think all men cheat. I have really no respect for like the men that like play that facade, like, I don't cheat, I'm not that person, da 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 da, all that stuff. But like really behind closed doors, like you're a cheater. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
Oh my God, yeah.
you're just talking the talk but not walking the walk. I don't
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah.
Your other question in regards to them coming to you and being vocal about their situation, I personally like can agree with a man, right? So it's like I feel like women and men are wired differently, especially like in the way we're thinking and the things like that, right? So I think that if your man is honest enough and vocal enough to come and be like, hey, like you're slacking in this apartment and I need you to pick this up, and you still choose not to, I don't think it's okay that he just goes and cheats.
exactly.
Like I don't think it's just like, well, I said it and you didn't do nothing, so I left. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that's okay, but I do think it's worth a conversation to work through.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's also like like you said, it's not okay, but there's consequences to
Your actions.
exactly. You know what I mean? Cheating
Yeah.
is not okay.
No.
But you know, I'd be telling you, hey, I want to do like I'm not saying if your husband comes to you and he's like, hey, I want to do threesomes. Okay, like maybe you're not into that shit.
Mhm.
But if your husband's saying, yeah, I noticed you're kind of like
Not giving me
gaining
no
some
pump.
weight or like. You know, want you to dress. No, I mean,
It's not gaining the
trying-
weight. Yeah,
not gaining
but
the
dressing
weight.
is same thing. Yeah.
Dressing,
Yeah.
like you're not dressing like the same way. I know, like you just had a baby and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to be sexier. Like we should have more date nights. And
Yeah.
you're just like, oh yeah, I gotta take care of the kids. I don't have business with that.
But
Yeah, agreed.
But again, I'm not condoning cheating. But
No.
like you know, like you said, some men have self control and then some men don't. You know,
Yeah.
like it's.
I do feel like that kind of goes hand in hand to like you have to continue dating, because at the
Yes.
same time, like a person met you, whether you're man or female, a certain way. You
Mhm.
were doing certain things. If I was doing something when we were dating, if I was like, when we first met, I was this girl and I was dressing up and I was sexy and I was this dude, like, of course, if a man loves you, he's gonna understand. Like when you have kids, it's different.
Mhm.
But you also, I feel like a lot of the conversations that I'm seeing is like women lose themselves because of postpartum depression, and it becomes all about the kids, and their
Yeah.
men are often neglected,
Mhm.
and that's when it becomes like, well,
Yeah.
like I get like a grown man. I feel like a grown man with certain knowledge will understand that like the woman does do a lot of work at home, especially with taking kids. You have to be understanding about how exhausted she is.
Especially if she's breastfeeding.
Exactly. But it's just like if you're helping more,
Yeah.
she wouldn't be as tired.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what about if you have kids that you're basically an empty nester and you have no kids living at home or your kids have all aged out? And
That's
still
but
at the
that's what
same
I'm talking
time,
about.
it's like,
That's
you're still not like your man is still talking to you about these type of things and you're still not acting on it. What is your excuse? What do you?
but
what
there's
else?
no excuse. But I'm trying to say that's why you still have to date. Your man
Like date each other.
Exactly. You have to
Yeah,
date each
yeah.
other. You fell in love for a reason, right? You can't let go of the things that you guys were doing, like dating, like that stuff is important. I feel like people get so comfortable.
Mhm.
Like people are so quick to get comfortable and to let loose and to like not like, bro, when you first start dating a man, you always make sure you look good. You're always on
Yeah,
point.
fresh,
You
yeah.
smell good. You always look, you know. But then once you get comfortable, it's just like the tomboy comes out. You're
Yeah.
walking around in certain things. You're not
Mhm.
trying as hard because you're like, oh well, he knows I'm pretty, but like you're not doing your hair. I feel like sometimes that's what a man needs. Like, you know what I mean? And I remember like I've had this conversation about like, okay, I sat down, I was like, okay, you knowing the person that you are and what you need. I need you to tell me, regardless as if we're married or not, I need you to tell me like what is your realistic expectation?
That's a good one.
Right? I said, what are your needs? What is every nigga loves head? That's their spot, right? Guess what? I do too. So what's a realistic amount of times? Like being real.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? How many times like do you need it a week? Because saying every day is not realistic. I don't care what anyone tells me. That's not realistic. Like, first of all, if you're a man and you really know a woman's body, you're gonna know you're not. It's if you're going in every single day, you're a woman thing. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be uncomfortable for her. She's gonna be in pain. It's not. I don't feel like it's a realistic goal to set to be like, oh, I expect pussy every day. Personally, of course, there are women who are
Who's giving
willing
it
to
up.
give it up every day, but knowing how.
Not the
If-
ding ding
I'm sorry,
ding.
if they're fucking your shit up every night, I don't know how you're doing that every single day.
Are you okay with that?
I was doing it, yeah.
Every
Yeah,
single day?
Every day.
Your shit
Almost
didn't
every
hurt?
day. No, not really.
Oh, you're good.
Was it a long cocky boy?
Yeah, she said.
Oh.
Okay, is this gonna be taken off?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, but your dad's gonna.
Oh, well, he just absolutely skipped this episode. God. Do you feel
But,
it's
like-
realistic to have sex every day when you have kids?
No, but if I can get it in, I'm getting it in.
Okay, but do you think it's realistic to have sex every day, go to work, come home, cook dinner, clean, take care of your household and your kids, and still give your man pom-pom every night?
At night, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
I said, look, I came with the contract. Okay, you need this 3
If
times
you're
a
on my
week.
time and I'm on your time, yes, we're gonna try. I don't care if it's for 5 minutes.
But see, okay, so one thing I did say is like, okay,
Yeah.
like one of the conversations that we had was like, okay, because I remember like I always thought, okay, when you're given head, like they have to bust, but some niggas just don't, right? So I was like, okay, like, so do you expect it until you? He's like, no, like it doesn't need to be that way, right? So then that's like, okay, boom,
Yeah, you can do that.
3 minutes? That's all you need? Bet. Okay.
Put
now,
the timer
like,
on the stopwatch.
I need to hear that vibration. You don't even know. But 3 minutes is stopping. Okay. I can do 3 minutes. Okay. But then it was just like, okay, now how much do you, like, realistically speaking, like, how much do you expect sex?
Mhm.
Like, I'm talking about, like, okay, now let's break it up. Categories: cookies, full rounds, or like, we're making like this is 30 minutes, like we're going round for round. Because I'm like, if we're going round for round, you can't expect that shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're going round for round, you can't expect that shit tomorrow. But if we're doing a quick little, you know, just to film my thing, that's like a quick 5-10 minutes. I could do that.
Mhm.
I could do that. But like, you know, I feel like those in conversations are so important because they're realistic. And I feel like they set the expectation of where your relationship needs to go. So you already have it in your head. Okay, this is what he expects from me.
Mm-hmm.
What can I fulfill and what can't I fulfill?
So what if you're having those type of conversations, right? And then they're lying. What do you do then? And then you still get cheated on.
That's deep. Because now I'm a
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to be open and we're already being vocal and you can't be honest and realistic about what you want, like I just don't even know what to do at that point. Because we broke it down. We've tried to have the conversation. Like, shit, if you want to try new things, like I need to be vocal because that's how I am. I can't read your mind. You can't read mine. Right?
Me too. I'm very vocal.
So it's like, I'd rather you tell me so I could set my stuff. Okay, you know what? Let me plan this week. If you want it 3 times or you need at least 4, I could be like, okay, let me try not to do this, or let me meal prep to make sure certain things, or if there's
make
kids,
sure dinner's done early.
Yeah, or if there's kids, let me make sure that things are done so I could not schedule
make time for you,
but at least I know that my body's not tired, or I'm not exhausted because I've been watching the kids, or like I could pre-plan. Like I'm a planner, right? Because like I need to know things. Like that's just how I am. Yeah. So I'm like, if you might hate it, you like, I'm not scheduling sex, but like for me,
okay, we're not scheduling sex, but I want to know that, like you said, like we have like a time-ish, but it's not like in the paint. Like it's not
exactly. But at least I could say, okay, today I'm gonna make sure like I look good, I smell good.
Okay, so let me feed off of that. Let's just say as a woman, you're doing all of that, right?
And they still cheat.
And they still cheat. What you gonna do? You're being cautious of the conversations that you're having.
At this
you're
point,
being
you ain't
vocal.
shit. You ain't shit. On God, you ain't shit. On God, you ain't shit.
But a lot of niggas ain't.
Exactly. We know that. But at that point, it's just like, there's nothing I could do. You gotta go.
And then it's like, with some men too, they start off phenomenal.
Yeah.
Conversation great, everything great, everything.
Listen, man. You could be blindsided and somebody.
Yeah.
We're just gonna, table that one.
But when that shit happens, it's just like, you know what? I did everything I could. We spoke about it, and it's
time
just
to
like,
go.
You gotta go.
Yeah, it's time.
If I was able to be vocal about it and we talked about this, and you wanted to still be on your ass, you gotta go. There's no conversation after that can make it better because we already had this conversation.
Yeah, but what if there wasn't a conversation, like Shalina said, and it just so happened, hey, you just find out, hey,
you gotta go.
So I mean, hey,
enough about cheating.
Enough about it, because I am not manifesting this in my next relationship.
At all. Like, done. It won't happen to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be cocky and be like, oh, I'm one of those, because like it can never happen to me. No, I just don't wish that for myself. I don't pray it, but I don't.
I've been there.
Yeah, like, I don't want that for anybody, and I just don't want that for myself. So I pray that God just continues to bless me and allows me to, you know.
That's all I've been doing now is like just
in my soft girl era.
Yeah, just talking to God. Like, God, please, the next man in my life. Like, I'm tired of being a soldier. Let me be like, you know, your favorite, and just come like bring me the man that you've been teaching all these lessons to, so he can learn everything he needs to like come cherish me, you know?
So I've encountered, well, like someone said something to me, but I just want to know you guys' opinion. Even though like, I feel like, okay, first of all, I feel like this is a very controversial topic in general. I feel like people have a lot of things to say, right? I can't.
I'm like, oh
I feel like a lot of people have things to say when it comes to this, depending on like what you're used to and everything. Do you believe that pretty privilege exists?
Is a thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It
Absolutely.
It's so funny because I was watching Baddies last night, and Scotty and Natalie were fighting. I don't know if you guys watch Baddies, but anyways, Scotty and Natalie were fighting, and Scotty's like, "Oh, you wish you were like me. You wish that everybody wanted you, and like I can get in anywhere because pretty privilege is a thing." And she said that in her confession. I was like, "Bitch, now I really don't like you." It's like, why are you even saying like, ew, like. I just don't like that shit. Yeah, but it is a thing. Unfortunately, it really is a thing.
So you agree that it's a thing, but you personally just don't like people that like
why are you
use it.
Yeah, like why are you even mentioning
kind of like
that?
white privilege, right?
Yeah, like white
when
privilege.
when you announce it, like
Yeah,
I have white privilege. Like,
yeah. It's just funny because there's two like light skinned girls in, and she's just like, "Yeah, I can get in anywhere." Da, da, da. It's like, bitch, you're fucking the CEO of Zeus. But anyways, pretty privilege does exist.
Yeah, I know it exists. Like sometimes, like when I was younger and I'm like going to the club, like people be like, "The line's so long," and be like, "Bitch, I ain't waiting in a line."
Oh, 100%. I'm
not waiting.
As pretty privilege.
Like when I walk up and I look at the bouncer and he's like, "Okay, go inside."
I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't even mean to sound like that girl, but like in my head, I do believe pretty privilege exists.
Mhm.
And it's just like because I'm that girl that's like, I'm not waiting in no line.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm bad. Like, why am I waiting in a line?
But
For
I think
me,
it's
that
like
makes
you
no
have
sense.
that aura too,
But
right?
I feel like, but that's what I'm like, is it pretty privilege or is it just your confidence?
I think it's a mix of all of that. But do you, because I feel like it is a mix because like to an extent you're not insecure when it comes to your looks. You may be insecure about other things, but when it comes to your looks, like you have that notion in your head, like I'm a bad bitch. Like I'm not waiting in no line. So it's like, are you kind of manifesting that for yourself too? Like,
right?
You know, because it's kind of like when you go to park somewhere, like I'm gonna get princess parking. Like every time I do that, like I have that in my head. Like it's not even a thought question, nothing. Like there's gonna be a parking spot in the front for me. You know. So it's like, is that the same thing when it comes to pretty privilege? Like I'm not waiting in this line for this club. I'm not buying no drinks tonight because I know somebody's son is gonna do that for me. Are you manifesting that, or are you just like too cocky in your pretty privilege? Like
I don't know.
I've never experienced that before, so I don't know.
Experience what? Pretty privilege?
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I don't go to the club.
Well,
like,
yeah,
and I'm not gonna stand in front and be like, "Can you let me in?" Like I'm not gonna. You know me. I'm standing at the end of the line. I'm not gonna.
So you've never had
I don't like you put yourself in those positions
yeah.
to know what it's like.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But you've never had like a guy be like, "Oh, why you this drink?"
Yes, you did.
Where?
In New York.
Oh, I mean at the
yeah
in New York. He was older, so like does that?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that still counts.
Oh, okay. It didn't feel like it, but yeah. Anyways.
I don't know. I found like honestly, I hate to be this person and I hate to say this, but I feel like I experienced my first like colorism situation.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't want to bring it up, but yeah. I feel like it's linked together. Pretty privilege is linked with like colorism. Like I feel like pretty privilege is more of like a like when you say pretty privilege, that equates to like being lighter. You know what I mean? Like if me and her are in line together, they're gonna let her in before me. You know,
for sure. I do find like people think like people equate like what's more prettier to like lighter skin.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I've also been in situations where I've seen some badass darker skin tones than me, and I'm just like, bro, you're beautiful. Like you're pretty. Like makeup be. And I'm the person that's like I don't wear makeup, so it's like when I see that, I'm just like. I understand.
Yeah, but you're seeing that like as a society, as like seeing our black men and their preferences.
But okay, so to go off of that, I got invited to the Drake concert, right? And I don't mean to sound ignorant when I say this is like the first time I've seen it because I feel like I've seen it, but this is the first time where it really like I was like, what the fuck? Like this pissed me off, you know what I mean? So I went to the Drake concert and my friend was like, oh, like, bring your homegirls. Like, you could bring, like, 2 homegirls because we were in the VIP section. So I was like, okay, cool.
I just thought about something. Sorry.
They're
Continue.
like, okay, send me a picture.
Like what?
That happened to me.
So I said, what do you mean send you a picture?
No,
So I sent a picture, right? And I sent 3 girls, right? I sent an Asian girl, and I sent 2 dark-skinned girls. One dark-skinned girl he already knew. Like one dark-skinned girl he met me with, so he already knew her, right? So he was like, okay, she could come, but like not her, but her. And I was like, going. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Bye, Drake.
I was like, what do you mean? I was just like, bro, you are an African man. Like, you are a dark-skinned man. Like, how could you... It bothered me because I was like, how could you be like this towards, like, your own people? But in that sense, I realized, like, it's not even about him. It's about... Sorry. It's about who he's bringing for other people and what they would like.
Their preference.
Like, their preference, right? Exactly. And I can't be mad at your preference. Like, that's your preference. I can't be mad at that. But when I got there and I seen how many dark-skinned girls were there, I was just like, what was really the problem? Because it's not like she wasn't a pretty girl. She's bad. And it's so crazy because she came... I was there for both days. So I either way, I was only able to bring one person the first day. So I brought my best friend. And then the second day, I ended up going with her and my other Asian friend. She came, right? But in my head, I was just like, bro, both of these girls are bad. You ended up meeting them and talking to them anyway. So in my head, and she was just like, well, what's up? Why can't I come? Like, and I was just like, yo, this is real life. I'm like, people really ask, like, of course they could always, of course they could be like, oh, let me see your friend, da da da, and they go based off of looks. But this is the first time I really, really witnessed, like, not witnessed, but I felt it more and experienced it more to be like, wow, like, my girl really can't come because she is dark. Like, it's not that she's not bad, because she's bad. So it's just like, skin. Are you serious? And then to see all the niggas trying to talk to her, it's kind of like...
Yeah, I've experienced that when I was younger coming here. I mean, I've seen it in like the States here and there, but it wasn't as open. I really only saw it when I was here, and y'all were all about LS, light skin gang. When you guys were doing
that. I didn't like that at all. Like, what is that? We're all black.
She knows because she was part of it.
I didn't like that. Corny as fuck. Yeah. We're all black, you know?
And I was young, right?
One drop rule. Once you have black blood in you, you're fucking black. But don't do it light skin, mid skin, brown skin. No,
they were LS gang.
I'm sorry, like
LS gang. But it's like, it really didn't bother me until I see like certain girls repping LS gang, where it's like, yeah, okay, you're light skinned, you're pretty, whatever, but now you feel like you're better than dark skinned women.
And then it's reinforcing the stereotype of like the house nigger.
Exactly, you know?
I don't like all that shit.
So, so it's like, even then, I was so young when I seen it too, you know? So I seen that, and I made a mental note to be like, this don't sound right, but okay, go off, you know? And then like, I got to see it like a little bit older now too, where it's like, you think you're prettier than this person because you're lighter skinned than them, you know? So then I was like, okay, mental note. And then like, even my brother said something, like, I was talking to like my brother and my mom, and he was just like, Pebbles is way prettier than you know? So I was like, so
what?
Then his own sister, right?
Who said that?
My brother, Malachi. So I was like,
he said those words came out of his mouth?
Yes. So I'm like, you feel like that's somebody else is prettier than me because what, they have light skin? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like,
Sorry,
this is recently, you know?
That's a wild thing to say. I'm sorry, Malachi. That's right? So disrespectful.
But it goes to show just his mental, right? So it's like,
that's just like, how could you say that to your sister? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's rambunctious. He ain't got no filter. He's just, you know.
I mean, my brother told me he don't want to date no light skin girl. He said they have too much attitude. But I was like, what?
Yeah, but then people say the same thing about blacks.
But exactly, like that's just black girls in general. Everyone.
My brother used to say that too. Like, he don't want to date no dark skin girl, like, because it's like, oh. And I said to him one time, I was like, how could you say that when like your mother and your sister are dark skins? Like, you know?
We used to get into arguments up until a couple of years ago. Like, me and him were in a physical argument because I was like, you're not going to talk about, oh yeah, that's why you black women, you guys never get nobody. I said, excuse me? I said, you need to come and tell me that in my face. We were scrapping in the house. We didn't talk for like a long time because I was like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you guys always cause problems. I was like, we always cause problems. Why? Because we don't lay down?
Because we speak up.
We speak up.
What we gotta say.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Like, no, you're not gonna do all that. But that just reminds me, actually, when we were younger, and you came down for the first time. Remember, we were hanging out. And we have to like beep out these people's names. I don't know what the fuck we were doing.
Mhm.
I remember we were just hanging out, and I remember specifically in my head, we were like, you know that definite that just buys
Yes.
green.
Yes.
And we were going there, and I remember like I don't know if we were going out in the night, and like with me, it was all 5 of us, and we took a picture, and like I guess the sun was blaring, and then we took another picture. It's like great, like I'm gonna post it, like it's all 5 of us, and I seen her in the corner, and like she deleted it, and that I was like, that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Shalene are the only dark ones, and then because Savannah, I'll give it to Savannah, and they don't see
they don't, yeah.
They don't see that. You know,
Yeah.
one thing I would say with Savannah, they don't see that type of thing, like, oh, I'm lighter skinned. And I was like, okay, all right, I see you, bitch. I see what kind of bitch you are. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I knew you didn't delete the picture because it was too sunny. You deleted it because we were in
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm not saying I'm fucking like I'm dark, but I'm not saying that I'm freaking light skinned.
That's
you know what I
just
mean?
so
But
weird.
it's just
to
like you're
me.
weird. That's after that. I was like, you're just a weird bitch. You're just weird. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
I seen it with when I was in Miami with Rhoda, and you know, like Rhoda's very like chocolate, like she's darker than me, like
on like nice colors on her. Oh
she's so dark, you know. And it was then where I was like, whoa, like why do you like me then? Like, is it because like my skin's like this brown in color? Is it because like I have nice hair? Like what is it? Because at the end of the day, like I see darker people and I feel like we're like this. Like me and Rhoda, like we're in competition. Like I'm like, girl, I'm darker than you, you know? And she looks at me like I'm fucking retarded, like, you know, but it's like at the same time, like I don't see it like I look at it as like the darker you are, the beautiful. Like, you know, like black is beautiful, you know? So it was like certain times where we're going to take pictures and it's like she don't want to take no picture with her. But I just know like she wouldn't take a picture with Rhoda. Like anytime Rhoda was like, oh, let's take a picture, she's like, I don't want to be in your picture. Like, you know, or, okay, like you don't have to be in my picture, you know? But then it was just like you're getting saucy now and you're making little commentations about dark this, dark that. Like I don't really par with that, you know? So it's just like I find when it comes to like this light skin thing, it's very controversial, but I find like a lot of times there's light skinned girls who's like advocate for like, oh, we're all black or da da da. But low key, you feel like you're better than dark skin.
And they're all like they will think that there's certain. Yeah. I'm not saying there's all, but I'm saying there's certain that of course they're gonna think they're better because they have privileges and things like that. You know.
I will notate like I have never got those experiences from you at all. Never.
Yeah. No.
It's crazy because like my best friend is dark skin, right? And like she's even told me like, yeah, like I feel like sometimes when we go out, it's about like sometimes it'd be like, oh, like you, and I'm just like, that's crazy because when we go out, I be feeling like you be pulling all the niggas, like you are a beautiful dark skin girl. Like I feel like, and I hate to say it, and maybe it sounds ignorant, like I sometimes I don't see it, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, all my friends are pretty. All my friends could get niggas. I've seen all my friends get niggas. That when I'm outside, I've seen every single one of them. I've seen them get stopped in the street. I've been to Miami and like it's not like I'm the only one getting talked to. Like my friends are getting talked to. So it's just like
I just feel like it's just a societal thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I do feel like it's different. You know I do feel like obviously because I won't say I don't experience it, but because like I have friends that have experienced it, I feel like I see where they're coming from and I see it in their eyes how they might feel like when we go out, it's that stigma, like you know what I mean? But it's also been like I've been in a situation where it's like they're the ones to get me in the club.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like it has nothing to do with me feeling better than anyone or whatever or anything. But I also feel like because me and all my girls, I feel like everyone's beautiful. Me and all my girls are beautiful. My whole group is beautiful. So I'm like, we're getting to the club regardless. We're getting in regardless. It's not about, and I will never be in a situation where you say like, I would never be at the club or something and you say one of my friends can't come in. I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
The Drake situation wasn't like, oh, I'm still going because you can't come.
Yeah.
I only had one ticket and I already asked my best friend.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
And the girl still came the next day.
Yeah.
So like I already had that plan. But like if it was down to like, oh, you can't get in because you're with the thing, I'm not one of those bitches that I'd be like, okay, well, I'm so sorry.
You gotta go home.
No, that's my if that's my girl, if that's my girl, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Now, if we were a bunch of 10 girls I didn't know and you guys
Yeah,
couldn't
for
get
sure.
in, that's not my problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Because as long as me and my girl and my group we're
Good. Yeah.
we're getting in,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yo, so sidebar to speak on like a drink situation. I was in Toronto one time, like this girl that I used to be friends with, she lived in Toronto and she was like, come spend the summer, like, you know, I just had Royale. She was like, I will help you watch Royale. Like, so you could go out, you hang out with Rhoda, and like y'all go do your thing and I'll watch the baby. So I'm like, all right. She's like, come stay for 2 months. I was like, too much is steep, but I'll do a month, you know? So within that month, I get invited to a Drake party, you know? So the nigga's like, oh, Drake party, bring a friend. So as soon as like I get the call and he tells me I'm in the car with all of them. So I'm in the car with Rhoda, my other friend, Royale, whatever. So I tap Rhoda. I'm like, yo, fam, you're trying to go to a Drake party tonight? Like, you know? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's an all white party. So like, I need an outfit. We need to go to the mall. And my friend who told me, mind you, she told me, come to Toronto, spend the month. I'm gonna watch Royale, so you could go do your thing. Like, you know? So she's like, who's watching Royale? And I was like, what do you mean who's watching Royale? Like, you're watching Royale, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she's like, no, I'm coming.
You were
So-
invited.
First, she's like, no, she's coming. Mind you, she was 6 months pregnant. 6 months pregnant, talking about she's coming to a Drake party with us. And I'm like, I'm not going to no Drake party with you. Because, like, even when I was explaining to her, like, for one, like, I know there's women out there that smoke weed while they're pregnant and I don't want to be around that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, she does smoke. She was smoking while she was pregnant. You want to do that? That's cool.
Totally
you know what
true,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But, like, I'm like, she's smoking grab a spliffs.
Oh,
It's
no.
not
Oh,
even
no.
to say like you're rolling a little pinner because your doctor's telling you need to at least get a 1-2 hit because you have no
relax,
appetite.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. Doctor recommended. Okay, cool. But you're telling me you're rolling up grab a spliffs and you're burning down this. I'm not trying to go to no Drake party and you got belly.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
You're
Then people are
like-
gonna be looking at you crazy.
And then you want me to what? Smoke the spliff and pass you my spliff after that? Like, no. So she was like, who's watching Royale? Because I'm coming. She got a white outfit. So at first, like, I was like thinking about it. Like, you know, so I texted the guy. I'm like, it's not just me and a friend. Like, it's me plus somebody else, you know? That's when he was like, well, send pictures.
I hate to send pictures. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Niggas need to stop doing that. Send pictures. I'm coming with who I'm coming with.
Yeah. He's
Like,
so send pictures. And I was like, I'm not sending no pictures. Like, after he said to send pictures,
it's the
like,
worst when you know they're not that and you have to send them pictures.
well, like, for me and Rhoda, I was like, there's no problem. Like, I
Yeah.
know, like, me and my girl, like, we're gonna, like, first, he didn't even ask. Like, when I was like, I'm coming with me and my girl, like, he didn't ask because he had already seen her from prior, you know? So he didn't even ask. It's when I was like, okay, I have another girl coming. He's like, send pictures, you know? So I'm like, fine, I'm not sending no pictures because I could go on your Instagram, bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
I could find a bum picture of her and send it. I'm not gonna be embarrassed. Bless you. I'm not gonna be embarrassed talking about I'm going to a Drake party with pregnant gal now.
That's embarrassing.
Oh my god. I was so embarrassed. Like so embarrassed. So it was real ghetto.
Did she go?
We didn't go.
Okay.
Like they had
You didn't go?
No. I said fuck that. Like for one, you're already upset because you want to come and you're talking about who's watching Royale.
Still friends with this person?
No, we're not friends no more. But I was just like, if you're coming, who's watching Royale? You know, and she's like, oh, this person or this person.
Watching Royale? No,
Yeah. From when I was like, you're coming, who's watching Royale? Like, you know, and she's like, oh, like her nieces of this and that. I was like, fuck no. Like, one thing we're not doing is having no, like I trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
and then you're gonna tell me, oh, sorry, I'm not watching your child. After I promise you that I'm gonna watch your child,
yeah.
it's like wanted to see Drake, and I'm 6 months pregnant, and gonna smoke weed.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a fucking lot. Like, you know, even in that same month, like I planned her gender reveal and I did like I paid for like the people to come set up a picnic in the park. Of course, girl. Extravaganza, you know? You will.
Be ready for mine.
We will. We know yours is next year.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So
saving the Pinterest ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways,
I'm allowed a glass of wine. have to say no wine for 9 months. You're allowed a glass of wine.
1 glass.
That's fine.
Yeah. And not no glasses that we're drinking. This is like a
I know.
baby
I know.
Yeah,
I thought
like a
about
baby
that.
thing.
I thought about that.
Okay, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. But yeah, anyway, so I planned this girl's baby shower. I paid people to come like set up a really beautiful picnic in the park and like
Oh,
the
wow,
table,
you're
the
so
this, the
generous.
that. Like it cost me a little bit of chicken, you know? Rhoda helped me cook and stuff like that. So we made like sandwiches, this and that. And the way that we were doing the gender reveal, it was so hot that like I had like the colors and balloons so we could pop the balloons and do like a tic-tac-toe type of thing. But the balloons were popping, so I was like, okay, we need to play the game first. Once she found out that she was having a boy, she went ballistics. Once she found out she was having a girl, she went ballistics. She ripped off her wig. They have like nice cloths with the,
You sure this doesn't belong on World Star?
It should have been always her. She started wiping her makeup on the people that was cloth, like not napkins, like the cloth, like the high-end cloth. She was wiping all her makeup. She was yelling, "Who wants a black baby? Who wants?" And I was like,
Just be happy with the fuck you got. Some people
that's
can't
what I was
even get
saying.
one.
That's what
People can't even get.
Yo, the embarrassing of sitting down and they had like the
So
teepee
embarrassing.
tent and everything. It was
So
so
embarrassing.
I'd
beautiful.
have been like, you should. If you wanted a boy, you should have paid for a boy.
No,
Dude, she was just,
You could
you want a
decide.
black baby?
No,
And mind you,
sorry,
like
no.
wig off, makeup ruined.
I'm
Like,
not paying for anything.
so
What I
embarrassing.
get from God is what God gives me.
Thank you.
The fuck?
It was
I'm
so
not-
embarrassing
no.
that she's like, "Oh, I'm leaving." Da, 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 da. And like Rhoda had to be like, "You're gonna leave Shalina," and she has to like, cause I had to stay to wait for the people to come pick up all their stuff. You know, like we have it from a time to a time. She's like, "I'm leaving. You guys can get an Uber." Da, da, da. So like from then, like the Drake thing happened, then the gender reveal
Oh, yeah, I'm not your
happened,
friend.
then like some other shit at her house happened, and I was like, I had to call my dad, like, "Dad, can you come get me?" My dad's like, "I'll be there," like, you know. And my dad's in Montreal. Like my dad and my stepmom drove like 5 hours, stayed a night, and then took me home. Like it took me a
Yeah,
real
so that's crazy.
They're a real one. They're a real one.
Okay,
Love him to
well,
That's
that's
ghetto
crazy.
ending.
Yeah, it was a ghetto
Another
ending.
ghetto ending.
Yeah. I'm just like,
If you're watching this, you're weird.
You're
You're weird.
Thanks,
But
you're actually weird.
Yeah.
It's okay.
yeah,
You like weird people.
no, we don't. That concludes our episode.
yeah, it does. It does.
That concludes our episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, so we can all be friends. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, please. Yeah, and stay tuned for
We didn't do
our
our quote
next
of the day.
episode.
Yeah,
What's our quote of the day?
Oh my god, we're so annoying.
Yeah, it's like what?
It's never when you want it, but it's always on time.
Clock it.
Clock it.
Yeah, literally.
And can we give a donkey of the day of the week to Summer No Other from Baddies?
Oh, I don't know
Africa.
anything about it, but
Idiotic.
Yeah, she's just a dumbass bitch.
She's
Okay.
so stupid.
She was already mentioned on Breakfast Club, so she got a lot of clout, but I just have to give her
But that's the
donkey
thing,
of
she
the
got
day.
what she wanted.
She got
her
what she
clout.
wanted. She
Yeah.
got her clout. She mentioned basically they were in an argument, they got into a fight, whatever, and she said like, "Oh, you look like Emmett Till."
Oh, that's the girl that's apologizing for the Emmett
yeah,
Till
yeah.
comment. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
One you.
Anyways,
yeah.
make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and
and
make
what
sure
about
you stay tuned for our next episode.
Maybe
Be
we can
ready
cook
for
it
a
up.
field day.
Be ready for field day. Make sure you guys got your tickets. And make sure that you're prepared, ready, well hydrated, well rested,
And ready to play a game.
Yeah.
Sunday, June 29th at
2
be
p.m.
announced. And we'll have some cocktails.
Yeah, cocktails, food, all of the above. So come have fun with us, and yeah.
All of our proceeds go to getting nicer equipment for us to glow up into a nice
Since
studio.
you guys have so much to say about mics
Yeah.
and
and
cameras and
China
angles.
not talking.
Yeah.
So be ready,
Please
guys.
donate.
Donate, guys.
Accepted on donation.
We'll drop the flyers soon, so please be ready and come out and have fun with us.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Till
Bye.
next time.
Mwah.